Hey everybody, I've got a bit of a different video for you from my usual content. I was recently in Western Indiana for work, and so I decided to take a trip over to Rantoul, Illinois, the home of what used to be Chanute Air Force Base. Behind you can see the Minuteman rocket in the back, a missile display that was at the west gate a long time ago. I think this base closed in 91, 92, not long after I was in school here. And yeah, just thought I'd take a little drive tour and see what it was about. I haven't been here in a very long time, since I was in school here when I was 18, 19 years old. So it's going to be an experience. Thanks. I think this is all that's left of the old tech school barracks area right here. The last, these are being torn down. I think the ones I lived in were already torn down. And there's some more up here as we're driving north on Enterprise Drive. To the left looks like a new hospital, and to the right would have been Community Center, Main Street, USA. I think there was a shop at the post office, and then the phone center coming up here on the right. This is the old phone center on Chanute Air Force Base, or what used to be Chanute Air Force Base. I was in the area for business, so I thought I'd come over and take a look. I haven't been here since the winter of 1990, which is a long time ago. It's a really weird feeling, I'll tell you that. You can kind of see inside there. Still have a mural up on the wall in there, which is kind of cool. I don't know if those booths in there were leftovers from when it was a phone center, or if somebody tried to convert this to a different business, but we used to have to walk up here and check into a little phone booth and make long distance phone calls, and then you'd go up and pay cash at the counter. So this was a way, because we didn't have obviously cell phones or phones in our rooms or anything like that. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in here talking to family. To the left is the gate where the Minuteman missile is still there. I'll include a picture of that. I think this old hangar up here on the right, was that a gym or something like that? I'm not sure. Here you can see some of the old barracks, and interesting that you can actually see inside of them now. There's the communal bathrooms. It just came right in the midst of them tearing down one of them. Pretty wild. Looks like one of the last few standing barracks. You can see something that says like Chanute Transition Center, what they converted it over. But that was the front entrance, and I believe these were my barracks, if I can remember correctly. It's been 35 years. And I'm sure these are next for the wrecking ball. From what I remember, the center was the day room area and offices, and then they had male on one end, female on the other end. Now, if memory serves, this used to be the the post office where we got our mail, and there was a community center over here. If I remember correctly, behind all this trees, I'm in what used to be the parking lot. The phone center is off in the distance. So if that's all accurate, then my barracks probably were torn down over here. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna go around the backside, see if I can walk down the alley. Figures as soon as I get here. It's amazing, these trees. It's been 35 years. And look at the size of these trees. Looks like somebody was shacked out back there. At least they were reading. I think coming back here, this is what we would have called the mall, and that's the one of the old movie theaters. It's a little post-apocalyptic back here. Yeah, that's the old movie theater. We used to have to walk over here with our flashlights if you were in an early phase, and yeah, there was a light show at the beginning before every movie with everybody with their flashlights. And again, I apologize, it's been a while, but I think that was the backside of the community center. It's like Mad Max back here. Ooh, pretty bad. There used to be restaurants, and there was like a pizza place with a jukebox called Main Street USA back here, but it's almost unrecognizable. See some windows up there. A little pavement here. Crap, there was a coyote up there. I don't know if you saw it. It is pretty rough back here. They had a lot of fun times over here. It's a shame this didn't get converted into something useful. Yeah, this is the end, so this must have been what we called Main Street USA back here. There's the corner of the building up there. Might be hard to see. It's a bit of a closer look at what I assume was the entrance to Main Street USA, or one of the restaurants back here. Not going to go in much further. Oh, here's a little leftover signage. Can't remember what that used to say. Main Street America? Was that what it is? Instead of Main Street USA? I can't quite remember. On some stairs here. The remnant of I think that's graffiti. I thought it was a mural. It's the old chapel. Doesn't look like it's in use, but at least the roof is in good shape. This is the command area where all the senior NCOs and VIPs used to live. I keep this a little bit cut, and all the hangars back here, at least for me, I was in that building over there where the Metals Tech Welding School was, and the flight line is back there. And then it looks like there's a memorial here. They cut the grass, which is nice. Is this a memorial? We'll have turned the corner when we reach the point where others turn and regard us as pace setter. It's pretty old and beat up. Alright, let's see if we can venture down by the flight line and see what we can see. Alright, if memory serves, this was my tech school building, Grissom Hall. It looks right. Some new buildings down here at the end of the flight line. Can't remember what was in these other buildings. But I do remember marching down a little bit of this flight line because I was the point on the morning march. I had the stop signs and I would post all the road guards to block traffic for the flights to march to school. I had fun doing that. Wow, it's a huge area. I feel like this is it. I know there's supposed to be some kind of historical center or museum, but Google says it's closed. But there's the old tech school. This is the opposite side of Grissom Hall. Well, the side of Grissom Hall where they put in a museum. Like I said, it says temporarily closed. And I'm willing to bet that it's going to be closed for a bit because it is looking a bit rough. Yeah, not much going on in this one. Kind of a shame. Now, if memory serves, Grissom is behind me. In the morning, we would have come marching up this road from the barracks area, the tech school barracks area, and marched right down here between the school and out onto the flight line. Now, I remember, because I used to have to lead everyone with the road guards, we'd march up. I would post a couple guards over here to the right behind these tanks for this road, and then we would all column left down behind the schools, and I would then have to post guards way down at the end of the flight line before we broke up to go to our individual tech schools and classes. So I'm glad I made the drive over here. I'm glad you, if you watched or if you spent some time here in the past, it's really interesting revisiting such an iconic and important place in my young life. So thanks for watching. Definitely let me know if you have memories of this place down in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon.